Hi, my name is Irina. Welcome to my studio, and I hope I didn't mess up the videos. And I'm still one by one, but if I did, I did. If you're seeing this one before you saw this one, so be it, right? Nothing I can do about it. I'm gonna just put it aside and show you what I did this week, because afterwards I'm going back to my journal, so I'm not cleaning this up. Okay, so I started out, I told you when I was cleaning up, I think I found these two, or I was doing something, and I found these two, and they had tags, and I'm like, why don't you just, you know what, I think I have a bunch that is that big. Why did they make the holes that big? I do not know. But let me see. I might have a bunch that is big enough for this, because one whole bunch is definitely not big enough. And of course it's not. Oh, there is something in here. Hello? Hello? Can we get out of there? Something's in my punch and it doesn't want to leave. It lives there now. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think this hole is just as big. Well, it is not. How about this one? This is a little bigger but better. Okay. Little bitter but better. Sometimes bigger is better. Okay, see, I made these two. I basically just cut them out. Okay, now I want to keep these so I can. Oh my god, that's so bad with me. Okay, they will go to the tags. Maybe I can put them into my journal. However, let me show you what I did all week. I was embroidering again, and I actually wanted to embroider a flower, and it took me 2 days, and I still couldn't figure out how she did it, so I gave up. I worked 2 days on it, and then I just ripped it all up. The thread, I took it all up. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So once it starts to annoy me, I'm not doing this anymore. But I did this one. I'm learning different kinds of stitches, okay? So that's what I like. And something that I watch like the shorts on YouTube, and then I just try to recreate it, and I think it looks really pretty. Now I just don't know, you know, I have so many of these already, so many. And you know, my husband said I could sell them in my store. I'm like, I can't, because it takes me forever to make a flower. I cannot price it accordingly, right? Because I would not sell this for $2 or $3, and who will buy it for $10? You know what I mean? So I can't put them in my store to sell. However, I made this flower, and this is like a different kind of stitching. You go like this way, and then you kind of weave it. So this is all straight, and then the rest of it you kind of are weaving, and different kind of leaf stitching here. So yeah, I learned that. And then I made this flower. Once again, this was like, what is it called? Crocheting. Truly, it reminded me of crocheting. See, this is not stuck. So this part is like crocheted with a needle on top of it. It's amazing. You know, it took me a long time, but I made one and I'm happy. And I'm thinking, girl, you should always make two, so you could put one in your book of ideas and another one. But I will never remember how I did that. Maybe I remember now, but later on I will be like, how did I do that? I have no idea. First of all. Second thing, I really don't like to do things twice, to make the same thing twice. Like when I was doing my mask making, that was kind of okay, because I was using up a lot of envelopes and stuff, and it made me happy. But sit here and do this for half an hour and then do the same one for half an hour? Yeah, not really. Oh, I was working on these too, trying to get like hot glue off of some of them and whatever. I was doing a lot of stuff, a lot of different little things. Okay, then the last flower that I've done, and it's still in my ring, was this one. Look at this. I don't have the right thread for it. This one somebody sent me. So I was so happy about it. Mine is just 2 layers. And for this effect, you need at least your 6 layers, right? So I didn't have it. At least I think I do a couple, but I didn't have it in the color that I wanted. But this somebody sent me, and I'm so thankful. Thank you so much, because that let me try out to do this flower. Look, the backing starts to get better as well. I don't know if I have here examples of how bad my backing looked before. You know, it was not very good. You know, the back of whatever I was stitching was not very pretty, but here the backing is very pretty too. You know, it's kind of clean. So I tried, and it's still on here because there is still space. And see, because mine is so small, and I'm on a no bite challenge, mine is what, 1 2 3 4 5 inches. Yeah, I would say that 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, and it's very small, so I can only fit 2 small flowers on here. And I'm waiting. There's Easter and Mother's Day coming up, so this is when, or I go to Michael's with my gift card. I don't know yet. But yeah, this was the last thing I did, embroidery. I only managed 3 pieces this week because, like I said, I was spending a lot of time on this one flower that didn't work out. No matter what I've done, it just wouldn't work out, and then I gave up on it. Yes, I did. And then instead, I took all of my printable envelopes, or not envelopes, you know, just the tops of them. And I did this for my book of ideas a little while ago. But I loved it so much that I did it for the rest that I found as well. And this time, I just went to town with fabric and stuff, and I loved it. This is fabric from my therapist. I went to therapy and I was like, you know, I actually used a bunch of your fabric. I allowed myself to just rip it up and just use it. And she was happy for me. She was like, I might have more. And my brain like, more? I want more. And you see, because I put them so close together, one of them is always not a flower, as you can tell. And then 2 of them are, I just glued the flowers on top. I think it looks so pretty. I mean, look at this. See, one of them would be like this, like I did for my book of ideas. And then the rest of them is like this. And I'm just loving it. You see, I ruffled it up, and I put some lace here and there. And this time I used green thread. In my book of ideas, I used black thread. I guess I can show you. You probably watched it anyways. Where is it? Must be somewhere here. Here, look. So I just had black thread, which looks cool too. And I put 2 flowers here to remember. But it looks cool too. And then you can make a real cool pocket out of it. In my opinion, okay? And since I had the principles lying around here anyways, that's what I did. You can use any kind of envelope that has a writing on it, or you make your own envelope. You just write a fake address on top of one, you know. If you get like an envelope like this, you cut it off, you use this part, and you go to town. You just trust it, you stamp something on it. If you can stamp, if not, you just write a fake address, and there you go. And this is one, I made it all blue, because there's blue and red, so I like it. I didn't sew everything down completely. I just went around, and you know, that was good. That was really good. I like them all, and all of them should be pockets in a journal, but who needs that many? And once again, putting them in my store doesn't make much sense because it takes so long to do it all. It would be way too expensive for people to buy. And I'm like, even if I have a lot, I don't know if that makes sense. I don't want to be working for nothing. I'd rather send it in a Happy Mail or something than put it in a store that takes 30 or 40% off of the price and keeps it, right? I don't know if that makes sense. The backing here, I just used old cardstock leftovers. And I would, if I put it into like a pocket, let me show you the last one first. I love this one. This one turned out really cute. So many flowers. I could have made little leaves there, but you know, little leaves on paper, I don't know about that. I kind of liked it the way it is. For the backing, I would definitely use something like here. See how many threads I have? They are all over the place in my house now. See, before I glue it in, I would totally put some painter's tape here, you know, so nothing will get stuck. All done. And I will overlap it a little bit as well, so it doesn't get stuck like on the painter's tape. Does that all make sense? I don't need that much, actually. I'm good with this little piece here. Okay. So now if I glue it into a journal and it's a pocket, I can stick things in without them getting stuck on the threads. Of course, I would go a little more, you know, just to stick it down in between and whatever. But that should be still enough. As long as the tops are glued, you should be fine. You know, the bottom doesn't matter too much because you are going to glue this on 3 sides and then you have your pocket. If you wanted to, you could glue something else on top and make it a journaling card, but it would be bumpy. With my thread, because my thread is very thick, I think with the one, with the black one, with the normal thread that you use, like this thin one, if you use 1 layer, you can totally make a journaling card out of it. But I feel like they look like pockets. They definitely, in my opinion, let me grab a, like here. In my opinion, 100% a pocket, right? I hope they are not too wide. Oh, if a little bit of this looks out, I'm good with that. Yeah, they are all pockets. All pockets. Now tell me how many journals do I have to make to use them up? Because I think I still found another one. Didn't I find another sheet of paper with the same envelope? I might have. I don't know where it is. However, so this is what I did all week. And it helped me also. My doctor upped me on my medication, so that might be helpful too. I don't know. But this, I took a nap the other day and I woke up so anxious. I couldn't do anything. So I went to my room and I basically relaxed here. So whoever said, and I told you, somebody said, I think I said it wrong in the video, but somebody said that the opposite of anxiety is creativity. And I absolutely agree. You know, while I'm being creative, the anxiety disappears. But then again, I'm not able to create. How can I create all day, right? That's just not possible. So it can come back after I'm done here, but it can also stay away. It depends. Both things have happened. So yeah, I'm very happy to have done that. I think this one is really, really cool. But this one, I like everything that you can touch and stuff, you know? And it's not just embroidered, it has something that you can move around, you know? In the video, they also had a comb and they kind of brushed it out. And I'm like, no, I can do this with my fingers. I'm good. Okay, so those are my makes for this week, basically. And I think they look amazing. I love them. I just need to make more journals to incorporate them. No, I don't need to do anything. You know, if I don't do anything at all and I just keep it as is, it's still done, served its purpose. It made me feel better. I had fun. I have always to always tell myself that. That's what I have to do. I have to always tell myself that. You're good. Even if I don't use it, I'm good. I didn't spend money on it. I'm just, you know, I just relaxed and I was good. So I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe it gave you ideas. Maybe you want to try. I mean, I'm telling my friend to try the whole time. She's like, nope, 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 nope. But maybe she will one day. Because now I have all of this embroidered stuff. And things have to go here. Something has to go here. This doesn't really need it, but I either rip it and just put it in, or I have to put something here. Something. I don't know. Whatever. We will see. I'm happy with what I did, and I hope you are too. I hope you guys are healthy and happy and having a good day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.